Good morning, OG here. Yeah, I'm the designer and creator of the One Love flower decors. Okay, I found all the materials when I went shopping, everything except for the right size boxes. So I came up with an idea. I'm going to make my own box. So what I do is, I went to the store, and you ever see these boxes like that with all kind of scraps in it? Well, I'm going to teach you how to make boxes from scratch. So I measured my decor, and it was 17 inches and 4 inches thick. So I'm going to make my box. Watch how I do it. I'll be using a marker, utility knife, slide rule, tape, and a yardstick. Okay, I'm going to go in my scrap box, find me the nice size box that I think I can do all the work with. Okay, here's a nice size. This should work. Okay, so first what I do, I get my utility knife and I split the box. Trying to get it in, keep it in a straight line, because that's how you're going to have your measurement. Okay. Now once you open it, you're going to notice that there are flaps. See these little flaps here? That's not going to do you any good, because you want your box to be flat and straight. So we're going to take my tape, and I'm going to tape them together so that it'll be flat. And since I don't know how long it's going to be, so I'm going to tape all the flaps. Won't take me long. Okay, the next thing we do is we get to start with our measurements. Now, how did we measure? Okay, we said it's going to be 4 inches by 17 inches. So we're going to have to make our flat and our side. So we're going to measure with our tape measure. We're going to measure 4 inches for our front flat. Using your yardstick. Okay. Now that's for your front flat. So you put your little F here. Okay, now we're going to work on the side. That's 4 inches. You don't know how long, so you might as well take it all the way down. Okay, now remember, you're going to be using 17 inches, which would be your diameter. So from your flat, 17 inches. Okay, now remember, your bottom or your other side is going to have to be 4 inches. So you measure 4 inches from the flat side, from your diameter. And remember, in taking it all the way down, after that, what are the measurements then? 17 inches? Okay, 17 inches. That'll be your top. Okay, remember, now we got to get 17 inches the other way. 17 inches. This is how we're going to make it fit. 17 inches. And 17 inches. Okay. Now remember, since this is the end, this is gonna be a scrap. So you put your X, which means you don't want that side. Don't forget, the other side has to be 4 inches too. So from the 17 by 17 square, you go up 4 inches. Okay, now up here, this is your axis, this is your excess. Okay, now that you have that, the reason you have the wooden table is because you want to cut the excess with your knife, and you don't want to cut what material is under it. So I take my utility knife, open it up all the way, and you cut the ends up. And the excess from the other top side. Okay, this is your excess. Now remember, like I say, boxes from scrap. So save your scrap. Put it back in your scrap box. For the next time you want to make something. Okay, so this is what you're going to have. This is what your box is going to start to look like. Okay, now let's make your box. Remember cut your corners because you want to make a flat. See, that's where your flap is? Okay, now, this is in your middle. This is where your corner is gonna be. Cut that all the way through, just from where the box starts, see it? Okay, next, we're gonna make the creases. Now the way you do that, you take your utility knife and go just to the first clip. Not the second one, the first one. Right there. That's what's gonna make your crease. Now you see those lines that you didn't cut? That's where you make your creases at. Here's my side. Here's my bottom corner. And here's my flat. And you do the same to the other side, because that's where your folding is going to be. Okay, here's how you box it. So you start to fold. Start your fold. Just fold. See, that's why you had to tape the cover so that you have this here. This your corner. This is your fold. Now to assemble the box. Okay, from the flat, see your flat, flip it over. Okay, pick up the one side. Pick up the other side. Fold it over. Now remember this piece back here? Okay, fold that in, like that. Then you cover it like that, like that. Now you see the front part? This is where you're going to put your tape. The back corner here. Now remember, as we were saying, wrap down, wrap in, wrap up. And you put your tape. Don't forget the front part now. You don't want to have that loose. Here's your box. Then you can put your decor in, and it fits. Now I did the same thing with a little guy. Same way, except for this is 13 instead of 17. Fits right in. Okay. Now they're both ready to be wrapped and shipped.